is nothing FCC compliant about me.
No. We are streaming now, though.
We are streaming.
That's good, yeah.
Oh, well.
Well, to the internet. So
I wasn't ready for that.
That's fine.
You didn't even... All right.
I just clicked a button.
How are we getting audio on your confusers and your microphone?
With my confuser's mouse.
Mouse?
Microphone. All right. You probably want to shut the door. We're going to disturb the rest of the Kwai Kwai library. Kwai Kwai library? That's not right.
That isn't right either. But see, that was one of the reasons I actually learned sign language.
Right.
Back in the day. All right. Somebody put the...
Ba-da-da-bam. Streaming now. Streaming now. Live. Went to trolley.
How are we,
There's my stories.
There's your stories.
How are we what?
How is the audio on there? I mean, if you're not, like, right up on top of the computer.
It's ambient, but it's going to pick up a lot of background noise, too. So, I mean, we'll see.
It'll be weird.
It's not too loud in here.
No.
I don't,
Okay, everybody.
It's pretty damn quiet in here, so.
Yeah.
You could probably watch the stream on YouTube. Actually, go to YouTube and check and see if it's on there.
Yeah, I will.
On my page, because I can't really do it self-sustaining-wise.
No.
Yeah.
So let's find out. I have like Facebook and messengers and all sorts of things open right now.
You ready? I'm gonna kick this live.
All right.
What time is it? Oh, yeah, it's 2 o'clock.
PSA first?
No,
okay.
I didn't load one.
Okay.
All right, 95.7 WELT Fort Wayne Community Radio. You are listening to it. Secondarily, you're listening to the Working Reader Call-In Hour with Dave and Leah. Hi, Leah.
Hi, Dave.
How's it going?
It's going.
Good,
all right.
good.
Got silly commercials happening.
Yeah. Well, we didn't run a PSA today. Oh, we'll run it. I mean, I don't know.
We'll run it at the end of the show.
Finding the groove, man. That's what we're doing.
We still have to work at that one.
Yeah. If you're out and about, if you're on your computer, if you're listening in your car, wonderful. We love having you. But you can also stream the show and the channel now.
You certainly can.
Utilize
which is what we're doing now.
Yeah, you can go to YouTube. What is it?
It's youtube.com/DavidPloss.
Yeah.
Direct here, and there will be a little red icon on the side there, letting you know that we are live.
Yeah, and you will see the live stream right there.
You most certainly will.
Working Reader Call-In Hour. It's me and her.
Yep.
Also, on TuneIn, you can stream the whole station, including this show right now worldwide, wherever you're at in the world. Go to get your, the best option that I've found so far is just get your TuneIn radio app or go to tunein.com and search for WELT. It'll come right up for you. And you play that channel and you can listen to us live. That's great. Remember, we're always taking calls here in the Working Reader Call-In Hour, and you can do that at 260-424-8728. Question of the week. I wrote it down. I swear I did.
I'm glad you did, because it was kind of lengthy.
I wrote it down. We got a question of the week for you guys to answer on top of what you want to talk to us about. Let's see here. Where'd it go? It's here. It's here.
No.
Oh, too
far.
far.
What are we going to do? Where'd it go?
Too far. Here it is. Question of the week. Given the opportunity, would you participate in a voyage to another planet? If so, what would your occupation day? What would your occupation? What would it be? What would your occupation be? Or what might you contribute to a mission like that? So, first, would you go to another planet if you had the opportunity? And second, what could you bring to the mission? So that's the question of the week right there. Call us at 260-424-8728 if you have an answer for that. Or anything else you want to talk about. If you've seen a cool article that fits in with our books, pop culture, current events, and comedy, you feel free to call us and let us know. Or on the YouTube live stream, you can chat with us too. We're going to be doing this every week, so you can chat with us directly on the YouTube live stream. Or you can tweet at us live, and I think Leo will take the helm on the tweets here.
No, I don't even have a login.
That's all right. Oh, you don't? What the? No, I'm just kidding.
Be very careful.
Yeah, I haven't said a word.
I'm going to be careful.
Now, if you go to twitter.com and you can tweet at us live using the hashtag TWRLive, I can give you my login information for that.
Probably not on the broadcast, but
probably
I get
not.
the idea.
Yeah, but I'll give it to you after the show. So
works for me.
That way you can get the Working Reader stuff on there. So Yeah, use the hashtag TWR Live to tweet at us directly.
Yep.
So you can do that. I'm going to take my sunglasses off.
Thank you.
It's too dark.
This would be why they don't see people who wear sunglasses indoors have either got some serious issues or something to hide, or something that they think they're hiding.
No.
By
Here's
being so conspicuous as to have
Here's what
sunglasses
it is.
on.
I'm trying to establish a radio persona. Now that it's it's live.
Fluid on that. I am so behind the times.
I can't decide what.
Too much myself is what it.
Is that what it is?
It is.
I'm gonna adjust the camera angle there.
All right.
Yeah, that works, right?
I have no idea. I'm not even paying attention to the screen.
It's all right. Yeah. So I'm gonna do the. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, radio personality. So I'm trying to decide whether or not when I want pictures taken of me, whether I want sunglasses on or stuff like that. Because I'm going to be famous soon.
You should see the look on his face, guys. And actually, you can thanks to that camera.
I'm going to be famous soon. I am. Me and both my chins.
I'm trying to avoid that.
It's all right. You don't. You probably. I mean, culturally.
I'm avoiding it.
Culturally, that's how it is. What was you saying? You were in the what? Oh, never mind.
Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I gotta go to. We gotta pull up some stories, right? Well, why don't we cover Snickers?
All right.
I know you know
pulled that up.
What's going on there?
So to cover our comedy bit, which there's no shortage of comedy with us, but
never. The banter is hilarious.
At least it is to us. I mean, we're amused in here all day. All right. Looks like next weekend we have Sean Latham and Keith Lennart at Snickers Comedy Club. And that's a Friday and Saturday, $9.50 to get in, it looks like. Call us and let us know if you went to last week's comedy show.
Yeah.
Let us know how it was.
Yeah. Was that up there? Or they don't leave the past guests up, do they?
It looks like Jim Holder and Dougie Alameda.
Oh, right. That's right.
That was last week.
They only keep the previous week's guys up there.
Yeah, the immediate previous one.
Gotcha. Because it just happened. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I get that. Yeah, check them out on YouTube. See if there's anything, video-wise and stuff like that up there.
Absolutely.
Laugh a bit,
Don't we love the internet? You can do everything.
Levity in life.
There we are.
That's one of my mantras.
L-I-L?
What?
Like as opposed to LOL that everybody loves so much, which I can't stand.
Lil.
You looked positively
chuffed.
Flaming.
Chuffed is right. Yeah. Yeah, Lil. Okay, well, if you're watching the live stream, it's coming straight from my computer, so I'm going to be what looks like staring at the camera. I'm not. I'm reading my laptop screen too. Because I've got like always, books, pop culture, current events, comedy. But before we do that, I want to mention that WELT 95.7 comes to you from the main library at downtown. Yeah, downtown Fort Wayne. And it broadcasts out via the tower at Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne.
Yes.
IPFW.
There we are.
I paid for what?
See, I loved that one. When I first heard it, it made me laugh because I've never been to college, so I've not acquired any kind of student debt.
No, her paper on the wall collection is limited.
Yes, very. Although the paper on these walls is quite numerous.
Well, a lot of it's diagrams and such. I mean, some of that you probably see in the stream, but
So here we are.
There's one above your head. But yeah, so that comes to IPFW. It's generously funded by our friends over at ESCO Communications too. Mm-hmm. Yep, and then Friends of the Library, the nonprofit that helps fundraise for the library here, encourages everybody, as always,
come downtown and read a book.
Read a book. If you listen to our podcast, the Working Reader Podcast with David Ploss, we've done a year of shows now.
That's awesome. Yeah. Congrats.
I have so much fun with it. Just a year, every week we do a show at TWRP. That's what I call it, TWRP. TWRP, so the Working Reader Podcast, and you can subscribe to that wonderful program as well. Just iTunes, Stitcher, Player.fm, wherever you get your podcasts. Search for the Working Reader Podcast with David Ploss, and you can get it there and listen to us expleting, basically about all manner of stuff. But it's kind of the same thing: books, pop culture, current events, comedy. We leans kind of more towards the book angle. Books are very heavy over there. On the podcast.
Yes.
So this is
much more book intensive. This is.
We like news commentary type thing, you know.
We really do. It's a weird. I don't know. It's like a patchwork talk piece. I'm not sure.
Yeah. It's Sunday. First of all, it's the end of the week. We're doing a lot of wrap up stuff.
Oh yeah.
And in the vein of John Oliver and his Last Week Tonight thing on HBO, you can kind of figure it's on that same thing because he does his on Sunday, and
yep.
That's a great show.
I like that comparison. It makes me feel good about this.
That's what I was trying to do with this. I figured we go a little bit broader, give opinions, general story ideas, and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. Are you enjoying it?
I am enjoying it. That's why I'm back here every week. Great.
Yeah, she books it pretty hard out of here when it's over. But,
I have to.
Oh, I can't stand your smells anymore. Or something, whatever that is.
I'm suffocating.
Yeah.
It's a closed room.
Your BO is unbearable. Get out. I showered, don't.
See, yeah.
I showered, don't. So yeah, Snickers. Go check those guys out over there. I got some stuff. Wait, I know a lot of author friends here in Fort Wayne, and there's a couple groups around here. Fort Wayne Creatives is one such group on Facebook where creative-minded people get together and share ideas and talk about new things and creative things and writing and art and photography and all this stuff. So I like to keep an eye out on Twitter and the inner sphere, internosphere.
And the sphere of the internet.
The interwebs. I like to.
Interwebs is just the easiest way.
Yeah, that's the sphere of. Yeah, it's a spherical web. It really is.
It is.
Yeah.
We've determined this.
With tendrils that stretch out into space. Did you know that?
I've heard of that.
The internet just has flailing cables out there.
That makes me think.
Sparking
oh my god! It's the Cthulhu internet. Oh no! It's swallowed up the earth.
Or is it Futurama, the big alternate universe being that has all the tentacles and stuff?
I've not seen it.
No? Oh, you should see
You
that.
know me. I don't watch TV. I'm so disconnected.
Futurama, though.
I'm trying to. I need to be more connected, and I know that. And I've been working on that, which is why I actually got onto Facebook. Believe it or not, everybody, I did.
She did. I got to give her that.
Believe it or not, I even got a library card. I'm getting reconnected all over the place.
Wow.
It's just crazy.
It is crazy.
It is just crazy.
But the interwebs, I like to browse them and keep up on who's taking new submissions for stuff. Because that's the hardest part about creating something is sharing it with other people. And the internet's a great place for it, but everyone is their own really narrow corner of the internet, if you understand what I'm meaning. So unless you're really hooked up with a bunch of good, forums or stuff like that, where you can get those projects of yours out there, it's hard. And then on top of it, getting money for any of the work you do on the internet is darn near impossible.
Yeah, it is.
And
something I'm glad I don't have to depend on.
So submitting your work to a literary magazine, a publisher, art magazine, something, is typically a good course of action to take. So what we do, or what I do, is stay up with it, and I typically share those up for open submission things with people, or those up for consideration articles with people. So today I want to cover some things for the writers out there who are listening to 95.7 FM WELT here in Fort Wayne and around the world. I want to share some of those open submission places.
That is perfect. I
like
that.
Deadlines and all kinds of stuff. So the first one I wanted to talk about was a literary journal based online called Reservoir. Now, we did a couple weeks ago, we did a show where I covered 4 out of 20 different literary magazines that you should be reading.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and this wasn't on that list, but it is another some such that's accepting submissions right now. So Reservoir is a semi-annual online literary journal. They publish poetry, fiction, creative nonfiction, and art. New issues are released in the summer and in the winter. So they have an open reading period right now. I'm going to give you their submission guidelines so you know what you're getting into. Remember, the number is 260-424-8728 if you've got anything else in this vein that you want to talk about or want to answer the question of the week. So here we go. Submission guidelines. Our reading period is open from March 20th to May 20th. So it starts today, folks. It's March 20th right now.
It is.
So you can start submitting today. Please email all submissions to reservoirjournal@gmail.com as a Word document or PDF, or as a JPEG, PNG, portable network graphic, or other suitable file formats for art. Include your name and genre in the email's subject line. Paste a short cover letter and bio into the body of the email. This is standard solicitation tactics, if you will, for art and literature and submitting to publishers. So this is all all run-of-the-mill stuff. So if you, what I would suggest is, it asks for a cover letter, short cover letter, and a bio in the body of the email. So go online. You've got till May 20th for Reservoir if you got short stories or whatever. I'll get to what they're accepting right now in a minute. Go online, check out how to write a cover letter, because it's important.
It is.
There's a very specific way people like their cover letters done and how publishers will accept cover letters. So go online, check out how to write a cover letter just for submissions, a submission cover letter, and also how to frame your biography in a cover letter so that you you can express yourself in a paragraph rather than a life story over 6 pages.
Yeah, don't do that.
They're not going to read it. They're going to look, too long. They're going to throw it out. So many submissions come into these places and all the different publishers that you cannot waste their time.
Nope.
You have to give them exactly what they want immediately, because they'll browse right over it. Same things to happen with me when I review books, because I review books professionally through thefoundingfields.com, the site I own, and run basically, and it's a question of, is the email that they sent me, first of all, is the link to a place like Google Docs or Google Drive, Box.com, Dropbox, something like that. Yeah. Is that front and center? Here's an ebook copy of the book. Boom. Here. Now, let me explain what it is and a little bit about myself and, a couple nice words about the website or whatever it is. That allows you to get better placement in my lineup, because I know you're straight up, you're serious about wanting it done. You're not trying to explain yourself.
You're not going overboard.
Right.
And you're not undershooting.
Exactly.
You obviously care enough about it, and you're not overly enthusiastic.
So what I want in an email, especially for those books that are requested reviews on the Founding Fields, you just put you put your link to the book front and center. That gives me the chance to either read it or not. You can ask for an interview if you want. We don't do a lot of interviews on the site. We get a lot of requests for that, but most people know that they can try, and occasionally I will over Skype or something, but that's a little bit rare. But the reviews come and go, and if we have time for them, I will disseminate them to the rest of the reviewers that work for the Founding Fields, or I will take it myself, and then whether I get the chance to read it or not is, that's just a way life works. You never always get the chances you want to do everything you want. So sometimes I miss out on reviewing things. But I want that link up front and center. I want a little bit about what you're looking for, which is, a review of my book. Here's what it's about in a short paragraph. A little bit about yourself, and then how I can contact you and any social media stuff that you've got, because I usually include those in the review at the bottom, where to find the author. So yeah, it's simple. Go look up how to write a cover letter and a bio for yourself, because it'll help you on everything. Anything you're trying to submit, that's how you do it. Says here, to continue Reservoir's request, we only take previously unpublished work. Simultaneous submissions are allowed as long as you let us know immediately if your piece or pieces is taken elsewhere. So basically, you can submit to 6 different publishers, but if one of them picks them up first, you better let the rest of them know before you get in trouble for that, because that's copyright problems there. Read requirements below for whichever genres you are submitting to. So you can submit to poetry, fiction, creative nonfiction, and art. So it also gives the editor's names.
Creative nonfiction. I wonder what that is. Is
that
just like a really well-written essay, maybe?
On interesting topics,
there
perhaps?
You go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe
that sounds like what I do all the time.
Avenues that people haven't explored before, or the same subject from a different perspective. That seems creative to me. Poetry, they want you to send 3 to 5 poems to Reservoir. And this comes from their poetry editor, Caitlin. I love experimental, weird, narrative lyric as long as it cares about what it's saying, but that doesn't mean it has to know what it's saying. I like poets who are obsessed with language. I don't like poems that are devoid of emotion or insincere. I'm not a fan of formal poetry unless upon first read I don't realize it's formal. See Nathaniel Perry's 9 Acres on Uns or Unsplendid. Send me erasures. Send me poems about being on the outside of something or the inside. You can try to woo me with rhyme, but it's probably not going to happen. But you never know. I've been wooed once or twice before. Surprise me. So if when I write poetry, I write free form poetry. There's really no meter or anything. I mean, there's a kind of a rhythm to the way you'd say it, but there's no iambic pentameter.
Yeah.
In the work itself, very much Walt Whitman kind of style free form poetry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I understand that I can get more into than like the super structured, super formal stuff.
Sure.
I've never been really big on writing poetry. I have these little excerpts that happen in my head sometimes, and once in a great while I'll write them down, and I forget about them promptly. But yeah, I've just never been big on poetry. I can,
sure.
I like reading it.
I wrote a lot of love poetry back in the day. I really did. A lot of girlfriends got love poetry from me.
See, that would have been. I don't think I've ever gotten a love poem, as it were.
No.
No, I don't even think I've gotten a love letter, precisely.
Oh, that's sad.
I don't know.
Listeners, if you want to speak love poetry to Leah, you can call us at 260-424-8728. She needs to pick me up, apparently.
Apparently I do. I didn't realize it. I've been lacking. Apparently.
Yeah, you have. I can see it written in your face. I almost said lines in your face, but you don't have lines in your face.
I do if you look closely, but please
now
don't.
You do. Don't get religulous on me. Yeah.
Only my favorite thing in the whole wide world.
Yeah.
I think.
But to continue away from the lines in Leah's face, you can submit fiction to Reservoir as well. This comes from their fiction editor, Katie, C-A-D-Y. Katie, I guess is really the only way to say it. Send up to 3 flash fiction pieces or 1 larger piece. Any limit up to 10K words is fine, but do not send novel excerpts. They don't like that stuff. RE, the shortest of shorts. I write a bunch of flash and love to read it, but even I have mixed feelings about stories under 400 words. So as for what I like to see, I love dirty realism as well as the impossible. Stories that are loud as well as stories that are quiet. Attention to craft is a bigger deal to me than someone trying to wrap me up in a whirlwind of adventure. So you'll get the idea. I'll post this up on the Facebook page as well so that you can see the link to where you can submit and all that stuff. So creative nonfiction as well. This comes from Minda, their creative nonfiction editor. 3,500 words or less. Boom.
There you go.
By nature, writers are observers, but we're looking for submissions from the flowers who dare to creep off the wall. We want stories about the way you've lived, not quiet, flowery sentences about life happening to you. Tell us a true story about what happened next. That moment in life after you asked, what the blank do I do now? You can extrapolate the comma used in that sentence. We want the moments preceding and following the fallout. Pick at the scabs. We want the loud, the unpure, and the tales of the things you told yourself you'd never do again. So, dark stuff, apparently. Art, you can submit art as well. Send 3 to 7 pieces, or contact them about longer series of work. This comes from their art editor, Kenzie. For most art and photography, except previously published work, I look for stories in the visual. Strong use of design fundamentals, composition, line, pattern, contrast, and I'm always thinking back to Roland Barthes' Stadium and Punctum. So, Punctum, P-U-N-C-T-U-M, Punctum.
Oh.
So first the studied elements of the image, but then perhaps more importantly that other element which wounds or calls to, speaks to, blesses, evades, shatters the viewer. So that's Reservoir. And now for some other ones here, I got 3 other ones. I'm just going to give you the brief overview. Mm-hmm. You'll be able to find all these on the Facebook page. That's facebook.com/workingreader957FM if you're wondering. So that's where you'll find these at. This comes from Ink and Arrows magazine.
I like that name.
Ink and Arrows, yeah.
Ink and Arrows.
They do a theme, I guess, for each issue. Okay. So this is submissions are open for issue 11, and the theme is fantasy. So, and that interpret this theme whatever way you would like. Your work just needs to be inspired by fantasy. So if you need some inspiration, check out their Pinterest board
That's an interesting. I kind of enjoy that. That's
like
a really cool, cohesive way to do things, kind of to cast specific lures out there.
I've been cultivating a specific Pinterest board of nothing but abandoned structures and stuff like that.
I'll have to follow that.
Old and abandoned pieces of property, or old theaters or amusement parks, and all the old and abandoned stuff. That's my favorite stuff. Where nature's starting to take back over.
I love that because it's creepy and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the best of both worlds.
That's way more interesting than what most people use Pinterest for, like recipes and
or photos of their food and stuff. Yeah.
Photos of their food.
I mean, it's a great place for recipes and stuff, but don't do the DIY crap. I already had to replace a toaster. Yeah, I tried making grilled cheese in the toaster.
Oh no.
Yeah, you put the toaster on its side, and you put the slice of bread in there with the cheese on it.
See, that works with a toaster oven, but but not a toast.
Yep. So I'll never use Pinterest for food ideas again.
That's really funny.
Because I ruined the toaster. It was a small toaster, thank goodness.
I only used it. What was it? I'm trying to figure out very fast like hairstyle things for office work because I don't do anything with my hair. And now that people can see me on YouTube, you can tell.
You do just fine with nothing. Turn around and show the people in the camera what you got. You got this man bun thing going on.
Man bun. That's making me really secure in my femininity.
Oh, you're great. Man bun is just a copy of the woman bun. I mean, it's just a woman bun on a mun.
Sound bad.
On a mun. I'm gonna go to Twitter and check stuff here on my phone.
Certainly. But, remember the number to call in and tell us your answer to the question of the week is 260-424-8728. If you want to answer the question of the week or anything else that you can think of. Comments, anything you have to say about the show. If I have friends out there that are listening, and I don't think I do, but if I have friends that are out there listening, call in.
Might have listeners, but no friends. So
tell me which. Call and tell me which one. Are you my friend or are you listening?
Yeah. So, I can see that.
This is only getting worse.
Yeah, well, you started it.
I did, and I walked right into it face first.
But yeah, the question of the week is: would you participate in a voyage to another planet if you got the opportunity? And then if you did, what would your occupation or specialty be in that mission? Do you enjoy it? I mean, is that even something? Even if you don't, just have at it. Let's see, is there anything here? Anything on Twitter from people? I was checking to see if anyone.
The tweets and the Instagrams.
No, we don't have anything on Twitter yet.
We don't have anything on Twitter yet.
We're new. I'm not surprised.
We're new at this.
We're new.
We're new at this.
We're new in existence, period. So I can see that being an issue.
Being facetious.
Submissions for Ink and Arrows opened on March 16th, and it closes on April 6th. So you don't have too long to get into that. It's already the 20th. So April 6th is when the submissions for Ink and Arrow close. You can email them at Ink and Arrow Steam, STEAM, Steam at gmail.com. They also have a forum or maybe it says form. It should say form, but they put in forum. Feel free to use the form below to email us. Subject line should be mag feature : insert name, or blog feature : insert name. So in the message, include your name, what you do, are you a painter, designer, etc., and a link to your portfolio or a PDF of your work. Please note it might take up to 2 weeks to receive a response back from us. We cannot guarantee a spot in the issue. Also, we can remove feature if they don't fit in with the theme or topic of the issue as we create the issue. Also note we want unpublished/unseen works for the features. If you are a designer, we require only 2 unseen/unpublished works. If you have any questions, let us know using the form at the bottom of the page. So occasionally we do a theme for the issue, and this issue's theme is fantasy. So cool stuff. Then there's different bits about image requirements and information. So go to facebook.com/workingreader957. You'll see that link there, and check that out. It'll definitely be up by the time the show's done. So you'll see it there. That
tends to be some of the tidying up after the show is over.
Yeah,
we'll post things and just kind of catch everybody up on.
There's too much to do during the show, so we'll do the show. We'll get it all up there.
We're already trying to do too many things.
Right, and so this next one is for Lakewater Press. Lakewater Press wants beautifully executed books. This is for the novelists. So it's the most important thing that we're looking for in a submission folder. That doesn't mean if your manuscript has a spelling mistake or a missing punctuation mark, we'll reject it. Quite the opposite. Those kinds of things can be fixed. We want clear, consistent voices, whether they be rich, soothing, sharp, or loud. We want a story that flows flawlessly from one event to the next. We want characters that come alive in our minds, worlds that envelop us, and a story that stays with us beyond the end. So, check that out. Lakewaterpress.com. You can check out how to submit to them there. That's how I got this link. So, they have a couple editors, or readers, I guess, slush readers, whatever you want to call them. Kate, E.L., Rebecca, and Sharon. So, you'll fall on any one of their 4 eyes. Please put subject line, your name, and which of us you feel your manuscript best fits. So you'll be able to check that link out on the Facebook page and follow it and read. But don't worry, we share all of our submissions. Send your cover letter and first chapter. Once again, cover letter. Go online and research how to get the cover letter. Send us your cover letter and first chapter in the body of the email to contact@lakewaterpress.com. If you are an agent, please forward the full manuscript. All submissions must meet these guidelines, and then there's a list of guidelines. So you can see that at facebook.com/workingreader957. Also, if you want to see the Facebook page for the podcast, that's facebook.com/theworkingreader. So that's where we post a lot of other stuff too. So you'll see that there. Now this next one is for children's books.
Ooh.
Yeah, fun stuff. This is from Chicken House Books. Open Coop is back. They call it. Yeah.
Everything's a pun.
Right. So, what did it say? In honor of the great Choco Plot, we're running an Open Coop event on March 25th. Oh, yeah, this is one day only, guys.
Wow.
Yeah. So, open submissions for Chicken House. What did it say? Chicken House Books. So, kids stuff. Will be on March 25th, so that's 5 days from now, from 12 a.m. to 12 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So find out where you sit in relation to GMT, and make sure that that's good for you. So March 25th, from midnight to midnight, in honor of the great Choco Plot, we're running an Open Coop event. If you've written a complete novel for children between the age of 7 and 18, all you need to do is email us. Number 1, a pitch for your novel in the body of the email and short paragraph about yourself. And number 2, the first 3 chapters of your novel or the first 50 pages, whichever is longest, attached as a Word document. Our email address is opencoop@chickenhousebooks.com. Good luck. So at Chicken House, we've always been committed to seeking out and developing new talent. Our fantastically successful Times/Chicken House children's fiction competition offers a chance for unpublished and unagented authors to win a £10,000 publishing contract. That's Great British pounds. So, and not like pounds of chicken feet. Like it's not. Yeah, it's not a weight. It's not a measurement of weight. It's a currency. Yeah. And we've had tons of success publishing the winners and several short listees over the years. We've announced the 2016 long list they will announce the 2016 long list in the next few weeks. Keep your eyes peeled. So, yeah, for those of you who missed this year's competition, fear not. 2 years ago, we first decided to do something different, to throw wide our hutch and welcome submissions from writers for a 24-hour period. We call it Open Coop. So, next one's up on the 25th. If you got a kiddo book, a kiddie book, put it out there. Send it to Chicken House Books. So, check that out on the Facebook page as well. Anyways, that's the submissions I've got right now.
And that took up like half the hour.
No, I'm sorry.
We have news stories and everything to cover. We have a lot to go over there.
Well, what do you want to do? Go for it.
Well, see here, I've got my cool little Evernote thing going on, and I just found this. A friend of mine on Facebook posted this: 30 cult movies that absolutely everybody must see.
Okay, this might take up the rest of the half.
It might. I'm not going to go into every single
We're just going to do titles?
I'm just going to do titles and maybe a thing about
it.
High five.
Boom.
Yep. All right. Let's see. Number 30 is Zardoz. I've never heard of it.
Well, how do you spell that?
Zardoz.
And this is cult movies. Okay.
Yes, cult movies that everyone must see.
Cool. I'm gonna see if I see.
The movie set in post-apocalypse year 2293 features Sean Connery with a ponytail and wearing some kind of red leather knee-high boots, suspenders.
That's how we like them.
This is right there is every reason you need to see it. Oh, of course, number 29, Tremors. I have seen that many, many, many times.
Of course.
It's one of the funniest ones. Oh, let's see. Number
Warriors,
28, The
come
Warriors.
out and play.
Never seen that one.
It's a good gang movie.
Yep. Oh, number 27, The Lost Boys. I only recently saw that one for the very first time, and I kind of sat through it and wasn't really sure how I felt about it after the fact, but then I found myself quoting it afterward.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones that just kind of happens to you.
Oh, I agree.
It's like an event. It's something that needs to happen. Number 26, Born in Flames, this documentary-style movie by feminist filmmaker Lizzie Borden takes place
Wait
in
a second.
a dystopian world. I can't even put my... I'm sorry. I'm going to get serious
Lizzie
here.
Borden. Wow. Born in Flames. Well, I mean, she killed people with an axe.
Oh, jeez.
30 whacks, whatever. Yeah.
And there's a little ditty that goes along with it.
Yeah.
Number 25, there's Sharktopus, and I'm not 100% sure what that means.
Sweet. I think it's by the guys who made Sharknado.
It appears to be there's like a screen capture of it of this woman in a bikini getting attacked by a shark that has tentacles. Right there is, doesn't that just answer it for you right there?
Sharktopus, yeah, that's really all you need.
All right, number 24, Tales from the Hood. I've never heard of it, never seen it. Anthology film of African-American themed horror shorts. Really?
Wow.
That's kind of weird. All right.
A little bit.
All right, Death Race 2000 is number 23 here.
I've heard of that one.
David Carradine and Sylvester Stallone. Oh, wow. That right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Mm-hmm.
Number 22, The Hunger. That's interesting. And this is a cult film. And it doesn't really specify if these are B movies, but most of them so far have been.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
It doesn't specify that they're B movies. And there's a story coming to mind about a friend of mine referring to it as B-ness. And I love it. That was forever ago. And I'll tell you that off the air. But it was funny. All right.
I await the story.
Oh, my God, it's funny.
Yeah.
All right, number 21, Plan 9 from Outer Space. Okay. Ed Wood is remembered as the worst director of all time. All right. Number 20, Dark Star. I don't really get it. Let's see. There's a horror comedy next up on the list. Number 19, Slither.
Oh, yeah, Slither. That's the weird slug-looking things. Kills a lady in the bathtub.
That's what the first... There we have it.
There it is.
That's really disgusting.
Yeah, that was a creepy movie.
Sweet. All right, number 18, Buckaroo Banzai.
The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai, right?
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Let's see, number 17, Time Bandits. That just sounds interesting.
Yeah, sounds fun.
All right, of course, Evil Dead
Bruce
2.
Campbell.
Number 16, Evil Dead 2. Ash Williams battles Deadite Bad Grandma.
This is my boomstick. That was Army of Darkness.
Yes, and it's so funny. That one kind of ties into this here next one, Night of the Living Dead at number 15.
Absolutely. Norm was a prick, wasn't he?
Is that FCC compliant?
A prick? Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
Well, we're going to just
We'll find out. Yeah.
Or you
it's
will.
YouTube compliant.
Everything's YouTube compliant, technically.
Yeah.
Oh, number 14, Brother from Another Planet.
I almost thought you were going to say Brother from Another Mother.
I did too. Even I thought I was going to say that.
I see planet, I'm saying mother.
Number 13, Cherry 2000. Don't really get it.
I don't either.
All right. Number 12, Altered States. I've heard of it.
Okay.
I can't really pronounce that entire word, so I'm not going
to
try.
The Baldwin brother.
There we are. Number 11, Repo Man. Also never seen it, but I have heard of it.
Wait, is that Repo Men?
Repo Man.
Man. Okay.
I think. What's my computer doing? Yeah, Repo Man.
Oh, okay.
I'm not losing my mind. And of course, number 10, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. But if that is an absolute classic. But so is everything else.
Cult movie though? I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean,
it totally is.
Yeah, for sure.
It totally is.
It's much. I mean, it's a huge cult now. Mm-hmm. So
yes,
when does it graduate?
I don't know. I don't actually know. Number 9, They Live. Don't really understand that one.
No.
Let's
Primer?
see. Ooh, number 8, Primer. That sounds interesting. Ooh, number 7, Naked Lunch. David Cronenberg's adaptation of William Burroughs' novel.
Yeah.
It looks interesting. Number 6, The Man Who Fell to Earth. a David Bowie film, that obviously that's going to be very relevant for a while now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
A lot of people are going through his repertoire now that he's passed.
Next up, and it's number 5. This is inspired by H.P. Lovecraft,
really?
The Reanimator.
Okay.
Yep, H.P. Lovecraft story. Yay, Herbert West. Love it. Number 4, Big Trouble in Little China. I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Never seen it.
It's an action-packed one, that's for sure.
Number 3, Eraserhead. I've seen that in passing. I've seen T-shirts of it. Don't really get it. Number 2, of course, is Donnie Darko.
Yeah.
And it is indeed.
Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah.
Yes. Conan O'Brien did a really funny impersonation.
I remember.
Yep.
Seen it.
And number 1 of all time is the Rocky Horror Picture Show, which I have still never seen.
Neither have I. I think I half refused to see it, just because the weirdness that follows and envelops it.
Indeed.
I mean, I catch a lot of flack for that, but if you want to tell me how wrong I am for not seeing the Rocky Horror Picture Show, give us a call at 260-424-8728, or you can chat with us on the YouTube live chat as well. I'll try to keep on top of that.
And remember, I'm still waiting for a friend or listener, if there isn't both, to call in, answer our question of the week.
Would you go in outer space to another planet if you had the chance? And then what would your contributing factor be on that mission, or what is your occupation?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, good stuff.
All right. So that whole 30 cult movies thing, that was very interesting. I just saw that pop up on Facebook, and so I had to kind of throw it in there because it was certain to be interesting, and it was. As for news, we were sticking with this whole space theme for the question of the week, and so I was pointed in the direction of this really interesting little article.
Maybe that's what we should do. Tie in our
question of the week,
our stories with the
Yep. See, we're learning as we go.
Yeah, I gotta say some stuff about that though.
Yes.
I got a lot of problems with that story I have there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah, it's already making my head itch. Looking at it. Yeah.
All right. Coming to an article that actually ties in. It's, let's see, this article comes to us from, I can't remember what publication. Let's see. Oh, Science Alert. This time in 2009, a bat hitched a ride on the Space Shuttle Discovery. Which, that poor little guy was probably terrified.
Never forget.
On March 15th, 2009, when the Space Shuttle Discovery was about to launch into orbit, a wounded bat grabbed a hold of its fuel tank to become an officially recognized stowaway. Despite safeguards that are supposed to keep such things from happening, he was a bat pioneer hell-bent on glory, it says. That's the article, that's not
Whoa, it's moving so fast!
Believe it or yes, here's this bat with this cognizant idea of, I'm going to make bat history.
Yeah. I've seen that giant glowing orb in the sky.
I'm going to be part of it,
I bet you there's a bunch of mosquitoes up there.
Indeed. You know what, there was another one, and I'm going to tie in with this one. I'll have to fish up the article, but apparently they've been working on genetically modifying mosquitoes to only be male, so as to eventually kind of phase mosquitoes out of the entire thing. And I don't know whose brainy idea that was.
Yeah, we don't need bats either. They're the top of their own food chain.
But what about what else it would do? Because there are other creatures that also eat mosquitoes.
Yeah.
I mean, the way it would collapse that entire part of the ecosystem is just nuts.
Yeah.
And
But I mean, you got Zika virus being carried by mosquitoes, and you've got I'm West Nile and all this stuff.
I'm more afraid of West Nile and yellow fever, for that matter. But Zika, whatever.
Yeah, right. It's only causing babies to be born with small heads.
But that's been happening in Brazil since before this Zika scare.
And that's why they're talking about Monsanto and some leaked chemicals.
Mm-hmm. That's where I think the culprit really is.
Yep. But I think I'm pretty sure that would affect the mosquito population as well. And
the Monsanto?
May cause an issue with transmission to mosquitoes that weren't likely to catch it in the first place.
That's entirely possible.
I'm pretty sure it's a weird effed up triangle, really.
Good catch.
Yeah, well,
good catch.
I was trying to come up with a different one, but there really isn't anything that can describe it as well.
Well, All right, so we have our Space Shuttle Bat story that comes to us from Science Alert, and that was, I think it looks like it was posted a few days ago, but it's still relevant. And so you had one, Dave. You had one that you were going to bring up, and the one that made your head itch?
Yeah, I did. It's not just any burkini. First of all, there have been swimsuits for the Muslim female community as mandated by their own religious law for, at least a decade now.
Yeah.
Before that, you just didn't swim.
Yeah.
And so this story comes from the Telegraph. It's not just any burkini. M&S launches new body-covering swimsuits for Muslims. Mm-hmm. Marks and Spencer, which is M&S, now sells 2 styles of the full-length swimming costume made famous by Nigella Lawson. I believe that's how you pronounce the name. It's a burkini. It's Islamic swimwear range. It's the Islamic swimwear range with a little extra magic and sparkle. It's wrong. I have such a problem with religion to begin with, but then you get to the Islamic faith, and look, I'm not passing a judgment on the people. I'm passing a judgment on the institution. It shouldn't exist. It is a detriment to the world and to society as we currently have it. I don't, and I can see your face too.
Yeah.
It's not. We really shouldn't be having this discussion in the 21st century.
No, we shouldn't.
Why can't women in any religion, regardless of the fact that none of them should exist to begin with, why can't they simply choose to wear and act the way they want to wear, what they want to wear, and how they want to act?
Indeed.
Really, I just can't. I can't. I seriously can't even.
Oh, here we go with the can't even.
It really infuriates me that that women, first of all, have to deal with this in the 21st century, but that the rest of us in society also have to say it's cool.
Yeah.
Or have to agree with it, or have to accept it. No, we don't. I guess technically if you feel comfortable with it, we do have someone on the phone, so I'm going to cut this short and take the call.
All right, let's take that call.
But yeah, so here we go. Hey, what's your name and where are you calling from? Hey, Kent, how you doing, buddy? Good. Are you enjoying any of this weather? Has it warmed up out there?
Has it warmed up at all?
We're inside in a bunker, so we can't tell if it's warmed up or anything out there.
No, it's actually quite stifling in this studio.
Yeah. We're looking. Is there? Well, yeah. Can you hear us all right on the phone? Yeah. Yeah.
That's usually how that works.
Yeah, we have a. That's all right.
That's fine.
Hey, we got a question of the week if you'd be willing to answer it. All right, we got a. Oh no, it's okay.
Oh, this is just hypothetical.
It's just hypothetical. We like to have fun with the show. So, the question of the week is: if you could, would you participate in a voyage to another planet? And if so,
what would you do?
Right. What would your occupation be? What would you bring to the mission? Was that the doozy you were trying to avoid? Well, say anything
FCC compliant, but other than that, go for it.
Yeah, say anything that's not a swear word.
Oh, no, we are on the air.
Yeah, right. Well,
we joked about that.
I have a list. I have a list right here. You could, but I'd have to mute you and kill the call. That's why there's a delay on the radio, so that I have a panic button here just in case someone calls and who just rattles off the George Carlin list. Yeah.
Gotta be careful.
But yes. Right. Oh, that would have been great, right?
It would have been.
Yeah. So anyways, voyage to another planet. Would you or would you not? And if so, what would you do? Yeah. You and me both. Yeah.
What would you do?
Your contributing factor to the mission. Yeah. Sure, I would assume they use computers and such.
They would.
And carting all those reams of paper up there would just be a lot of payload. But hey, you could type. Right, exactly. USPS isn't delivering on Sundays up there. Yeah.
Here we go.
Well, Well, you might be the first one to start an interplanetary mail service.
There you go. You'll be the postman of Mars. It is, isn't it?
Postmaster General of the Sol System. You had a couple. And imagine just having to ride a rover around as a buggy. That thing would go so slow.
I'll get there in 6 months, but I'll get there.
Guaranteed delivery.
It just...
Absolutely. Your compression ratio is all off because gasoline is calibrated to be burned at sea level.
In our atmosphere.
In our atmosphere, yeah. Well, 1G, 1 atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
So, so you would have an issue with the stability of the cocktail, so to speak, that is gasoline, and it would throw the compression ratio. So a traditional combustion engine on the surface of Mars would probably not work for very long, if at all. And then, right.
Oh,
probably.
They've actually made quite a few advancements in any kind of electronic travel, not just the self-driving cars, not just Teslas and stuff, but even some of the higher end. But they've been, making all these advancements in, automotive technology on such an order. I have a friend who works at one of the dealerships here who talked about some of the newer Audis and Porsches that are actually all electric, which is just brain bending. And the car inside the cabin actually plays the sound of an engine starting so that you don't think that it's not running.
Oh,
so
right.
It gives you the idea. It's like a built-in alarm to make sure you are aware of your surroundings.
Paying
By the way, this
attention
is
to the road.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Because you're the last resort. I mean, you are the fail-safe for an automated system. So that's why, and I work in the trucking industry. So stuff like that is starting to come out on the market, and development prototypes are really are being talked about as mainstream. We already run a lot of our trucks on compressed natural gas and other things like that. So self-driving or autopiloted vehicles is not too far away, especially in the trucking industry. So
I saw that prototype actually got to drive across the
Yep. Daimler Group did it. Yeah.
Yep. I remember that. I saw that. I don't even remember how many months ago that was.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, well, yeah, you're not automating that. Sure. For sure. And even in the automated side, you still need a driver in that cab because they are the fail-safe. So it's not going to, people freak out in the industry that it's going to somehow start eliminating driving jobs or something like that. No, it's not. And even Bernie Sanders, as a candidate for president, says he would like to upgrade and reinvigorate the rail system in this country.
Yes, that would be super.
It would be wonderful. Not only would it give me the option to do something else if I wanted to, in other words, be a train engineer.
Yeah, conductor.
Or something along that lines, but it wouldn't diminish the trucking industry at all. He would like to get trucks off the road, but what he really means when he says that, and has given that answer, he would like to replace trucks with trains or something like is what they claim, but what he really means is he would like renewable energies and electric type energies to remove that carbon footprint from the road. So remove those diesel belching trucks from the road and replace them with new ones.
And that would be actually not only efficient and powerful, it would be like zero waste of any kind of human energy, of time, of...
Oh.
I love how this went from what would you do in space to what are we doing on the road.
Mars truckers, trucking Mars. Yeah.
We're just going to try to tie this back together.
Yeah. There you go.
The grand... Oh, God.
Well, hey, man. We appreciate your
Thank
call.
You for
Thanks for the discussion, man. All right. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Cool. Always good to get callers. Nice.
We've been getting more. I noticed. We had one for the last 3 weeks. We've actually had one.
Yeah. Did you know him?
Huh?
Do you know him?
That's a good question.
I don't know.
I didn't.
That's great. I'm glad it's people we don't know calling us now.
That's awesome.
It's good. But that's the kind of discussion we like to have on the air, folks. We chase the rabbit. I mean, we ask a question. I mean, it's great. I mean, writer, you know.
Expanding
you go to the
minds.
You go to another planet. Yeah. That's great. Answer the call of the day. So if you got one real quick, we still got 7 minutes left in the program. You can call us at 260-424-8728. Watch us on YouTube Live, youtube.com/David Ploss. That's DAVIDPLOSS. All one word there. youtube.com/David Ploss. Or you can stream the show and the channel live 24/7 a day.
You're done. Just stop.
And this is David signing off. No,
we
24/7 on the web, or use your TuneIn Radio app. We get a little bit of lag with our live stream, so if it's buffering a little bit for you guys, there's nothing much I can really do about that. But that's first go on the live stream stuff, so we're enjoying it. But I wanted to basically, do you have any comments about the religious clothing issue?
That is another one, and we're gonna have to get our heads together about this whole content and questions of the week thing. And
I just saw this. A little bit more. I saw this on Flipboard. I'm going, wow! Now they got swimsuits that are press. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I just.
Never mind the burqa.
I can't. Yeah, it's burqas themselves are a problem. Now you got burkinis, and it drives me nuts. Designed to adhere to strict modesty standards, made headlines when donned by Nigella Lawson on a beach holiday 5 years ago as protection from sunburn. That I can understand. Yeah. If you got really pale skin and you either want to keep it that way or don't want to burn, fry alive, you know, you can wear this.
It's easier than having to reapply sunscreen all the time.
I guess it's like a stretchy light neoprene, but that's not what it was designed for.
It wasn't meant so that you could be oppressed continuing at the swimming pool or the beach. Come on.
Actually, it was. Funny you mention it. Yeah, it was. You know, so I have a problem with that. The M&S version, which promises to cover the whole body, quote, without compromising on style, has already proved popular in branches in Dubai and Libya, where it has been on sale for 3 years. That's something else. But
advertisements for additional.
Yeah, but I saw the pictures, and I'll share this up on the Facebook page. I saw the pictures that surround it, and it's. I tell you, they've got all kinds of weirdness going on because it's like bedazzled weird too.
Bedazzled.
Yeah, they've got pretty patterns and all this kind of stuff on it, but it really just doesn't. You shouldn't be forced to wear it. Is all I really got to say. Honestly, world, wake up to what's going on underneath you, and we really need to change a lot of these socially accepted laws or taboos or whatever you want to call it. All it leads to is oppression and social unrest. And that's not something I want to see, not only for my country, but for the world that I live in. I want all peoples to be free.
That's what it should be. And that's why this disease of religion just needs to stop. I mean, I understand that for some people it's a psychological Band-Aid. It's something that they like. It's like a child's blanket. They just like it because it comforts them. That's fine, but you don't get to force other people to do it, okay?
No.
That's wrong.
Yeah.
And I don't know why this is not even. Thank you, David, for being a true liberal and saying that, because you either, as one university professor put it, you either despise the entire thing, root and branch, or you don't, which is.
There is no shade of gray.
No. It's religion or not.
Yes. You cannot have. We've already tried. This whole time has been the middle ground between, you know, a secular government and a secular society and religious privateness. That's what it was supposed to be.
That's what it was.
Privately practice your religion however you wish, but when it comes to the laws and the way of the land and the way the world works, you keep your religion out of it.
Indeed.
Because your religion is not indicative of the entire population.
No, it's not.
So that experiment needs to be over.
Yeah.
We either need a theocracy within which I would just simply put a bullet through my brain and call it a day, or we need a completely secular society where morals are determined based on
on merit, on sense and reason, on logic.
Yep.
We don't need to talk to some, I don't know, spirit. We don't need to pretend that there's somebody listening and judging us and pretend that we have any idea what that judgment even is.
Some weird space Fabio. We don't need to be consulting the great space Fabio for our things and our stained glass windows and stuff. I understand the human brain craves and needs ritual. Why can't we all ritualize the voting process?
Or just meditation.
Yeah.
Yoga. Do something physical. Do something productive.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Turn your thoughts inward to improving yourself, not outward to beseeching your long-haired blonde space Fabio.
Your blonde space Fabio.
I'm going with that. That's the one I'm going with. So this whole burkini stuff, if it hadn't been specifically designed for oppression and modesty based on Islamic values, I wouldn't have a problem with it. If it was a sunburn guard, it's like wearing a full-body T-shirt when you go swimming. I get that part.
Yeah.
Awesome. That works great. But, yeah. Anything else you want to cover here in the last couple minutes?
No, I think that pretty much wraps it up.
I bummed about. But I'm going to put some other stories that I can get to on there. I found one here, another space one. The wonders of Pluto revealed. NASA's latest findings are a sight to behold. So that's some flyby captures from the New Horizons spacecraft that went past Pluto. So there's some other awesome stuff. Haunting beauty and offers new clues of a possible subsurface ocean. So you're gonna see that on the Facebook page.
Absolutely.
So that'll be available up there. That was originally published in the Scientific American, but I got it vicariously through Salon.com. What else did I grab? I think that was it for my stories this week. You had a bunch more. Why don't you rattle off the titles of the ones you got here in the last minute?
It says this article comes to us from.
You got one article. That's what you get.
3teos.org.
Okay.
Yeah, 3teos.org. It says, we asked an astrophysicist 10 insanely difficult questions about the universe, which is, your standard issue. How old is the universe? And
sure.
And of course, there's this massive paragraph in response. And so I will be posting this to the Working Reader Facebook page. And that way you can follow this little rabbit trail to its end.
Sweet.
Because we're out of time.
We're out of time. It's been Dave and Leah doing the Working Reader call-in hour here on WELT 95.7 FM Fort Wayne Community Radio. Why don't you hit the bumpers, huh?
All right. You've been listening to WELT 95.7 FM. WELT comes to you from the main library downtown and via the tower at IPFW. We are generously funded by the Friends of the Library, who encourage all Allen County residents to come to any branch library and read a book.
Awesome. Facebook.com/WorkingReader957FM. You can check with us there. We will sign off for now, live on the air. Appreciate it, guys. Have a good one. Read a book.
Have a good week.
Read a book.
And read a book.
Bye. Sweet.
Oh, that was a good show.
Good.
That was a good show.
Thanks, YouTube.
Thanks, YouTube.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, God. I forgot we're still on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, we're recording the background, too. I just like last couple words. Anyways, that was good.
That was good.
I take this show and I put it up on the Working Reader podcast feed, too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
Yeah, tapings of it. And I leave all this extra stuff in, too. So if there's anything you want to say to those listeners, feel free. If not, I'll close it all out. Phone's off.
I'm good.
Cool. Sweet. All right. Good show.
Kick in.
Enjoyed it.
Doing the Beastie Boys thing.
Yeah.
That forever reminds me of that one scene in Star
Hey,
Trek.
YouTube. Thanks if you guys watched along with us. Thank you. Appreciate it. That's the first time we've done a stream for the show. So
thank you for tuning in.
I think it went well.
I went well.
You were kind of keeping up with it.
I kept an
on the thing. And, it's a little laggy, but there's nothing much I can do about that. So.
Oh, it's laggy, but once it's recorded, you don't.
Right, we're working off the Wi-Fi, so, it might record some of the lag in there, but buffering. So we're trying it out. We thought about Ustream. I thought about livestream.com, Twitch. I even thought about that. But I landed on, I have this OBS software for streaming, so I landed on YouTube as the best option. So if you enjoyed it, let us know what you got. So we'll see y'all next week. Well, actually, no. Next week, I forgot to mention that on the air. Next week's Easter Sunday, and we're closed, so we're not broadcasting.
Closed. Do we want to have a canned show for that, though? because we can do that.
Yeah.
But what day would we be able to? Would we be able to? You know what I might be able to do? I might be able to take a couple of days off of my existing job before I start my new one. And maybe during the day.
You going to Sweetwater?
Yep.
Good. Where you at? Sales engineers?
Yeah, I'll be working upstairs with the sales engineers, but I'm not going. I'm going to be like their secretary.
Sweet.
So.
Well, we'll see you guys.